Okay, I'll start from the stanza 7, huh? Because I think we discussed that a busy housewife, like doing her evening chaos or enjoy children running to meet their father when he returns home. Okay, coming to the topic. So for them, no more the blazing earth shall burn, or busy housewife move her evening care. No children run to list their sides return, or climb his knees the invite is to share. So, what we discuss here, we talk about the dead will no longer experience what the warmth of blazing earth. Blazing earth is called as a shining fire, right? That see a busy housewife doing her evening chores. Now, here the poet stated about that how the woman who does the job of cooking activities in our kitchen. So, and also enjoy children running to greet their father, right? Even children who come to their father and enjoy the evening time with him. The children will no longer climb on their father's knee to receive a enjoyed full kiss. The stanza emphasizes what? The loss of simple everyday joys. Everyday joys means everyday happiness. So who means the children, right? So they will lose the father, the wife will lose the husband, isn't it? So the next stanza stated, often did the harvest to their sickle yield, often did the harvest to their sickle yield, their furrow often the stubborn glebe has broke. How jocund did they drive their team afield, how bowed the woods beneath their sturdy stroke. So the speaker reflects on the villagers who do the hard work, right? So how do they hard work? Do the hard work? They do the hard work in the field, right or not? So they frequently reap the harvest with their sickles, right? Sickles, you understand that the two, right? So broke the stubborn soil. Broke the stubborn soil means they dig the stubborn soil, right? With their plows and drove their teams of animals joyfully across the fields. Their labor, their labor made the woods bend beneath their sturdy stroke, right? So this stanza shows the what? Shows the villagers' strength and resilience. Now that is why it is stated, often did the harvest to their sickle earth, their furrow often the stubborn glebe has broke. How jocund or how thoughtful. So did they drive their team afield? Team means referring to their cows, the instruments, and they themselves. So when they cultivate the farming land, isn't it? So stanza 8 stated that let not ambition mock their useful toil. Let not ambition mock their useful toil. Right. So we shall not allow. The speaker advises that what means ambition should not criticize these villagers. Useful toil or simple joys. So their homely joys and their destiny obscure, nor grandeur here, nor grandeur here, with a disdainful smile, the short and simple annals of the poor. So the poet clearly stated that what that nor grandeur. Grandeur means what? Now you can say that they do have the ambition. Who do have the ambition? Means these farmers, these people who are very ordinary and poor, they do have the ambition, and these ambitions should not criticize them. First, second is what? Now, the wealthy and powerful people should not make them look down. And short and simple annals, which is called as a these poor people should not be formed as the stories, right? So this stanza challenges what? The challenges the dismissive attitude. Now, when somebody who comes out from the rag to riches, you understand, from the means down to reach to the top of the mountain. So such kind of a people are very very honest, very ambitious, right, and believe in hard work. Now, what happened means when they get failure, so ambition do nothing but mock them. Second is called as a powerful and rich people, so even criticize them. So, and it should not make them what? It should not make them down, isn't it? So, that is what it is stated. The boast of Herald Dry. the boast of heraldry, the pomp of power, and all the beauty, all that wealth ever gave awaits alike the inevitable hour. The paths of glory lead but to the grave. Now, the boast of heraldry, the speaker remembers that all the symbol of means heraldry. Heraldry means called as a pride. Boast of heraldry. It means called as the speaker remembers that all the symbols of pride, the show or the show of pomp means called as a power even. The show of power and everything that beauty and wealth provides ultimately face the same. What is that ultimately provide the same? Inevitable hour. What is that inevitable hour? That surely death will take your life. And whether you are rich, whether you are powerful, whether I am poor, we all have to go to the same place. What is that? That's called as inevitable hour. What is that inevitable hour? Inevitable means surely we reach to the same last time. Right? So, death. Regardless of one's social status, regardless of one's achievement, and regardless of everyone's journey. Right? So, everything goes to the end that is called as a grave. Death. This stanza emphasizes what? The theme of mortality. Right? Mortality means called as you don't have the immortal life. Right? End is there. Equality is there. Right? So means equality of all people. Right? In the fame of what? Death. Isn't it? So then stanza 10 stated, nor you ye proud, nor you ye proud. You should not proud. Right? Impute to this the fault. Impute to this the fault. If memory over that tongue, no trophies raised, where through the long drawn azure and freighted vault, the pealing anthem swells the note of rage. So the speaker addresses the proud and the proud, right? So and tells them whom do the speaker tell? The speaker tells the people who make the proud, who feel proud, right? So tells them that not to blame the poor people, right? If memory doesn't raise grand monuments over their graves. Now imagine that you are rich, powerful, and after your death, if 5 to 10 people are not moved, moved before you or moved back of yours, then who you are, nobody knows, isn't it? Now you talk about that Osama bin Laden, who is a famous one, means a terrorist, right or no? So at the same time, if you talk about that Mahatma Gandhi, so in that case, you would find out even after the death of Mahatma Gandhi, right? People still feel his absence and talking about his worth of giving freedom to us, isn't it? Now, that's what the poet stated that if there are no people on earth, or there are means people who do not talk about you, right? Good about you, do not stand or back of your dead body, or means over their graves, over your graves, then means there is no grandeur about you. No grandeur means no good thing about you, right? Unlike the rich, you are not like rich who may be buried in grand cathedral, right? Grand cathedral means you may be not rich, but people before you, people cry for you, people talk love and likeness about you, so and talk good about you. So that are nothing but the song in the honor. That are nothing but song in the honor. So it means they are respecting you. So the poor are not commemorated with elaborate ceremonies. So poor are not commemorated. Commemorated means remembered, right? With elaborate ceremonies, not in a big events are made for them to remember. So the stanza critiques whom? The stanza critiques social inequality in death rituals. Social inequality in death rituals. So stanza 11 stated, can storied or animated bust back to its mansion call the fleeting breath? Can honor's voice provoke the silent dust? Or flattery soothe the dull cold year of death? So the speaker questions, right? What does the speaker question? The speaker question whether elaborate monuments, right? So elaborate monuments that called as a storied urn, can storied urn. The meaning of storied urn means called as a monuments elaborate, right? Animated bust. So means can you say that these monuments can bring back to life? No, right? So the fleeting breath. So can they bring to the breath of the dead? No, right? So they make the human make the dead one to alive? No, right? He also asks if a honor's voice or flattery can affect the dead. So you respect, you make nothing but a what? Flattery. Flattery means you say good about you, you do nothing but respect. Whether you respect or whether you flatter, right? Can they bring alive the dead one? No, isn't it? No material honor or praise can reverse death. No material. Even you pay everything of your earning or saving, but you cannot bring back your the debt, right? So reinforcing the idea of utility of worldly glory after death. So means even of your anger cannot bring back the debt. So perhaps in this neglected spot is late. Some heart ones pregnant with celestial fire, hands that the rod of empire might have swayed or waked to ecstasy the living land, living air. So this is stanza 12, where it is stated the speaker suggests that someone buried in this neglected spot, right? So the rural graveyard that may have once had great potential, right? So heart once pregnant with the celestial fire, perhaps the hands that could have ruled an empire, right? The rod of empire or played beautiful music that moved the people deeply. So this stanza does what? This stanza does what actually? This stanza speculates. Speculates that culture creates a kind of a means, information on the unrealistic or unrealized talents and potential of the common people, right? That are buried. Buried where? Buried here. Where that here? Church, right? Churchyard. So, but knowledge to their eyes are ample page, stanza 13. But knowledge to their eyes are ample page, reach with the spoils of time. It never unrolled. Chill penury repressed their noble rage and froze the genial current of the soul. Right. So the speaker reflects that knowledge, right? Knowledge never opened its ample page. Right. So when we say that ample page, the meaning of ample page is called as opportunities for learning. Knowledge never opens what? That called as ample page or called as opportunity for learning, opportunity for learning to the poor. Right. So poverty, that poverty is called as a chill penury. When you don't have money, you are suffering from a lack of money. Right. So stippled their noble rage. Stippled their noble rage means called as a that steeped the passion or ambition. So poverty, right? That's what. Now, when you don't have money, you always have a thought to earn money. When you have money, you always find out how to spend money. Right or not? So likewise, if you talk about this particular one, so we find out that poverty stippled their noble range. So, and froze the genuine current of the soul, right? Stop their natural talents from flourishing. So poverty does what? Now, stop their passion or ambition. So poverty does what? Now means hide their natural talents, right? Natural talents from flourishing. And this stanza highlights what? How social conditions prevented, stopped the poor from achieving greatness, isn't it? So I don't have money, so I cannot means think of learning music, listening, or called as a singing, or called as a dancing, or called as a fine arts. Though I have the passion for it, doing, isn't it? So that's what it is pointed. Full many a gem of purest ray. So stanza 40, full many a gem of purest ray serenade the dark, unfathomed caves of ocean beer. Full many a flower is burned to blush unseen and waste its sweetness on the desert air. So the speaker uses metaphor, right? How? Now to suggest that many hidden talents, full many a gem, right? Of purest ray serenade. So it is indicating that the speaker uses metaphors to do what? Suggests that many hidden talents, right? Hidden talents means called as there are talents you would find out around us. But because of the money, because of the poverty, because of the what because of the kind of opportunity, lack of opportunity, so these gems of purest ray serenity remain not discovered. They are unable to come out, right? So in the dark, unfathomed capes of ocean, just as many beautiful flowers, just as many beautiful flowers blush unseen and waste their beauty on the desert air. Did you get the point? So here the metaphor is what? Now how the power means of poor people are compared with the beauty means of flowers, and stated that these poor people unable to means discover their talent, right? So because of what? Because of the poverty. Similar to that, these flowers are also unable to flush, right? So unable to blush, right? So unable to blush because of what? Because of that called as you can say desert air. Desert air means called as you don't have the sun's rays, or you don't have in the green forest. You would find out that the flowers do not blush because of the lacking of green range, sun range, right? So our desert air. These metaphors illustrate what? That many people with the great potential. So people have the great potential, right? People have the great potential. But what happened? They may never be recognized due to their situation, isn't it? Now, stanza 15 stated that what? Some village Hamden that with the dauntless breast, the little tyrant of his fields withstood, some mute inglorious Milton here may rest. Right. Some Cromwell guiltless of his country's blood. Now, did you find out three of the greatest poets' name are given? One is called as a Hampden, second one is called as a John Milton, third one is called as a Oliver Cromwell, isn't it? So these are the greatest poets or the writers whose names have been given, and stated that these people have been, very famous, and they have been buried here, right? So the speaker imagines that among the dead means what? The dead people who are buried in that church. So there might have been a village Hamden. Who is village Hamden? A local hero who stood up against oppression. Who stood up against oppression means torture, right? So, like, let's say that you can say that what the place where Gandhiji was buried. So, who is that person? Now, Gandhiji, who tolerated the oppression of the people, isn't it? Britishers. So, similar to that, here also we talk about village Hamden, who a local hero who stood up against oppression or torture. A mute, inglorious Milton. A mute, inglorious Milton, a poet who, like John Milton, who never achieved fame, although he wrote Paradise Lost, right? So, or a Cromwell who never rose to power, right? Or caused bloodshed. In that case, what did you find out? You find out Oliver Cromwell, you talk about John Milton, you talk about Hampden, right? And these are the people belong to different areas that called as a local hero, means who fought against the alien ruler. Second one is called as you talk about John Milton, who never got to fame, but at the same time who was nothing but a kind of a greatest poet, isn't it? Then you talk about Oliver Cromwell and Oliver. ভালো no 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 हाँ ভিডিও আছে ମୁଁ ତାକୁ ବି ପଠେଇ ଦଉଛି ପିଲା ଟିକେ ବେଶୀ ସେମାନେ ତ I'm going to start in. Okay, so we talk about the Hamden, we talk about Oliver Cromwell, and we talk about John Milton, right? So, and these three people belong to different different area, isn't it? Local hero who fought for the society. Second one is who wrote a great poem. Third one who is never got fame, isn't it? So, in that case, the stanza suggests that what ordinary people could have achieved greatness if given the chances. If given the chances. अरे बाटा चल I have a class, SCC class of science students. Okay, so we'll meet in the next class.